What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Oh, what? That's really the name of the band. Okay, we're gonna roll with it. Wow. Making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Cattle Decapitation. Yes, indeed. How about that? Cattle Decapitation making their debut on the channel.
Decapitation!
Yeah, this is one of those easy listening bands that you always find on the easy listening radio stations like Coast 103. Yes, we have a dedication tonight. Going out to his sweetheart, Dale would like to dedicate this song by Cattle Decapitation. Yes, I can feel it. Oh my lord, I can totally see that. Totally see that. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Cornico1988. And Cornico1988 wanted to see me react to this song by Cattle Decapitation called Bring Back the Plague. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, you have got to be kidding me. I have heard this song before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I had ever heard this song and I heard the name of the band, I promise you I would not have forgotten it. Wow, that is a brutal name. That is Death Clock approved right there. Let's see, this was, oh, surprise. This was posted by Metal Blade Records. Shocking. And the video has 1.5 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Cattle Decapitation. I am not even kidding. That's the name of the band. Bring Back the Plague official video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it!
Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their record label's official page. Yes, indeed. Look, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it, all right? All I'm going to say is let's just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
We've all seen the pictures online of people who seem to think they're invincible. Well, you're not.
Huh.
Enough is enough. Go home and stay home.
Ah, fine. Ha ha ha! Bring for toilet paper, yeah. got some really cool things happening. When it comes to time, both as far as switching feel and actually switching time. Messing around with tempo even. And it's all being done in a very pleasing way. It's not happening too fast or too frequently. It feels good. Switching between the straight time to the halftime feel, back to straight time, and actually then going into halftime. That's how it felt to me. When we went, you could hear it in the ride. Ding, 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 ding. That was nice. That was nice. The chord progression sounds good. It's very aggressive sounding. I think it's a very aggressive movement too. Vocally, this is where I'm struggling, I think, more than anywhere else, is the vocals. There is a lot of grit and growl happening, but here's the thing though. First of all, the grit and growl style is changing. I've heard like 3 different styles of grit and growl so far. I think 2 of the styles have harmonic undertones or subharmonic tones underneath. You can hear pitch. It's hard. You got to dig a little bit, but you can find it. It is there. There was, I think, the first change, when they did the first change to the second grit and growl style, that was pure grit and growl. There was no undertones in there whatsoever. And now we got some actual clean melodic singing thrown in there as well. A lot of vocal talent being shown off, a lot of vocal ability being shown off, which is nice. It's nice to be able to, show that you have that flex, you have that ability. That's nice. And they're not changing it so fast. It's not like every vocal line they change or every 2 measures they change. They stick with it for a while. And that's nice. It doesn't sound janky. It doesn't sound panicked. It doesn't sound chaotic. It just sounds versatile, which is nice. It's nice to have that. There's one other thing I want to talk about, and I'm having a brain fart, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe it'll come back to me. Let's keep going for right now. Went from halftime field to straight time field now. Changing tempo and feel. Nice. Sounds like it's wrapping up, but we're not. Still got another minute to go. That ending. I felt like it was wrapping up, and then we went into this other section that honestly did not sound conducive at all to what we heard from everything else within the song. That ending sounded like a completely different song, actually. Don't know how I feel about that. I need to think about this. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Cattle Decapitation. I am not even kidding. Well, about the name of that band, with a tune called Bring Back the Plague. This was a request from Coracode 1988. Wow. Okay, before I give my score, I need to say this because I know people are going to make a lot of assumptions. You must have loved this. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. No, I didn't. I didn't love it. I liked it. There were aspects about the song that I liked. And we're going to talk about all of those, okay? I promise you we are. But please do not make the assumption that I must have loved this because, honestly, no, I didn't. And I'll even take it a step further. I don't think I'll ever listen to this ever again. I think this is one of those songs where I listen to it once, and once is enough. I didn't hate it, but I know a lot of people like this style. Listen, good for them. I'm not trying to discredit what they like, okay? I'm just saying, for me personally, not a fan. Not a fan at all. Luckily, however, I don't base my scores on subjectivity. I base it on objectivity. And I have said this before, time and time again on the channel. I don't have to love a song to give it a great score. On the flip side, I don't have to hate a song to give it a low score either. But I will say the score does not reflect on how I personally feel about this song. It's not even close. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, believe it or not, I am going to give that an 8.3. Yeah, 8.3. Believe it or not, that is what I feel this song deserves. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay. First things first, an 8.3. What does that mean? Well, an 8.3 would translate to a great scale rating. So overall, I think this is a great song. It will also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.3, great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? That is a great question. So glad you asked. I'm going to say something that's going to shock people even more. This was on its way to being up in the 9s. I was actually considering for a while giving this like a 9.0, 9.1. It was on its way. Some amazingly nice things happening in this song. The play with feel, switching between straight time, half time, double time, and not just playing with feel, but playing with actual tempo. Moving it down into actual half time before bringing it back up to its original tempo, its original straight time, where they then went into like a quadruple time with the snare hitting like, I think it wasn't on the 8th though, it wasn't on the ands, it was on the downbeats and on the ands. Yikes. Craziness. No, that shows talent, guys. I'm sorry, but that shows some amazing talent, especially from a songwriting standpoint. Having the vision and having the creativity to explore, not just playing with feel, but playing with actual tempo. That takes talent and that takes guts, if I'm being honest, because when you do that, you run the risk of going way out in the left field, which honestly I feel personally they did, but looking at this objectively, no, they kept it within the realms of good taste. The musicianship from the drummer, from the guitar playing, from the bass playing, great job across the board from everybody. I had no issue with anything that anybody did musically. The songwriting really is what kind of pushed us up into the 9s for me. Or would have pushed it up into the 9s for me if it wasn't just for one factor. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Vocally, if I'm being honest, personally, I was not a fan. I felt like too much attention was given to the grit and growl vocals, not enough attention given to melodic singing. Now, we did have some melodic singing, and when they did have the melodic singing, it sounded good. It sounded like it fit. I wish we could have had more of it. But the grit and growl vocals that they did have were done well. They didn't switch up too frequently. They didn't switch up the vocal style so frequently, like every 2 measures that we got lost. You know, they stuck with the vocal style for a while before they would switch gears. And when they did switch gears, within the context of what was happening musically, it felt like it needed to happen. So I have no gripe with the vocals from an objective standpoint. Just personally, I would have liked to have it in more melodic singing. No, everything across the board, like I said, we were on our way to a 9.0, 9.1. We were there. And then the ending happened. I even said it feels like we're wrapping up. It feels like we're wrapping things up here. And it felt like we were heading toward a final stretch, like some sort of not a final stretch, but we were heading for some form of finality. And then we went into this section that made no sense. It wasn't conducive at all to what happened within the rest of the song. It didn't line up. It did a completely different rhythmic pattern, completely different chordal progression. It felt like a different song. And it left me kind of scratching my head going, why? How is this helping the song? How is this section here adding any value of any type to the song other than length? And honestly, I couldn't find one. Looking at it objectively, I'm just here scratching my head going, doesn't make any sense. It's a waste. It's a wasted opportunity. They could have taken that and built a whole other song around it, and that would have been perfectly fine. Leave it out of this one. And if I'm being honest, guys, it sounded very disorganized and very disjointed. And as a result, it affected the entire song, because we're literally talking about a minute out of a almost 5-minute song. That's 20%.
That's a damn shame.
And I'm sorry, man, when you have 20% of your song affect your entire song in a negative way, that's going to drop your score. I'm sorry, it is. And that's why we went down from, like, seriously, a 9.0, 9.1. If we had cut off right there and not played that part, we would be up in the 9s. But because it is part of the song, it's included in the song, we dropped down to an 8.3. It's still a great score, okay? So don't lose your heads. Don't lose your minds. Cattle Decapitation. No pun intended. Don't lose your heads.
I've been waiting all episode to use that pun.
No, but in all seriousness, it is getting a great score for what I feel overall. Even with that ending, overall, it is a great song. In closing, before we wrap things up here, I'm sure there are people who are curious, about what I thought about the video and do I agree with the message of the video. Guys, I have never paid attention to music videos. I don't care about music videos. I'm here for the song. That's all I'm here for. The music video showing what it was, showing, its depiction of what was happening in that period of time. Folks, everybody has their opinion on those things, okay? Now, I am not going to touch on those subjects because we are talking about finances, we're talking about politics, we're talking about, to some extent, we're talking about religion. I am not going to touch on those. Those are 3 of the 4 major taboos that I will never, ever, ever discuss on this channel.
What's really causing all this?
Anyway, 8.3, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.3, which is a grade scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.